This time I'll use the Playable for Modo add-on by SteveHill to import a PLY file into Modo, remesh it with Quad Remesher, and UV unwrap it. So let's give that a try. First, I'll export the file I made in MagicaCSG as a PLY and import it into Modo. MagicaCSG is SDF modeling, which is different from the polygon modeling I've done before. It's very intuitive and seems like a modeling method anyone can enjoy. If you're interested, definitely search for MagicaCSG and try it out, as it's free to use. I was able to make this bear model really easily with it. So now that I've exported this PLY file, let's import it into Modo. I also have SteveHill's add-on installed. So just by loading the PLY file normally, I get load options like align, don't align, align to center, align to ground, align to center and ground. Next is Z up to Y up. Modo's up axis is Y, but Blender and MagicaCSG use Z as the up axis, so I need to check that to convert it. There are units like meter, kilometer, centimeter, and I find the automatic option here very useful. If I select automatic, I can enter a size here, and the value I input will be the maximum dimension of the imported model. Since I also imported the log model, that size is the maximum. I'll take it in about 18 centimeters. Done. The front and back are reversed, so I'll rotate it. Rotation complete. First, I'll apply mesh cleanup. Pen polygons often float, so it fixed 2880 pen polygon points. Much cleaner now. This workbench area is great because you can customize and group all functions, standard and add-ons in one place. These icons are custom made, and even the mesher names I've translated to Japanese. It's easy to modify. I'll link Modo Japan Group's workbench tutorial in the description. Now that we've imported and cleaned up, next is the crunchier mesher. The target count without adaptive is about 10,000 polygons. With adaptive, it'll be around 20,000 polygons. For adaptive settings, auto adaptive and color adaptive can be checked, but auto takes priority if both are on. So it's best to choose one or the other. We'll use color adaptive since we're painting colors. Let's set the overall adaptive intensity to 80%. The standard color to apply is 2-4 is high density, good for facial details. 4 works well for fine areas like the T-zone. For areas needing some detail, 3 is enough, 2 is standard. 1 might work for certain areas. It's round without much unevenness. 1 shows slight surface movement. If you input 0, you can't actually input 0, so 0.25. It automatically becomes 0.25. This might be a bit harsh for some areas. It looks completely flat in those areas. For nearly flat areas, 0 might work well. We could use 0.5 for more flexibility, or even 1.5. These values might work better in some cases. Let's make the mouth area a bit more detailed. Paint it with 3 and use a softer setting for the stomach area. Let's set the position and then paint with adaptive color. Let's paint the target area. This kind of work is enjoyable. Next, smooth the head. Eyes later. Maybe add spheres for a quicker, cleaner look. Now keep the detail around the mouth. Paint with 3. Sorry, I made a mistake. With 3, let's paint it. This triangle zone looks a bit too detailed and might get crushed. Yes, it's roughly painted. Now we'll use the boundary line as a guide. We can use material boundaries, polygon parts, outlines, and smoothing edges, but we're not using any of those this time. The auto hard edge isn't for hard surfaces, so I think we can uncheck it. I'll uncheck it. What else? Turn on target X. Then apply auto freeze to hide the original shape. It hides the original shape after remeshing. I'll turn it on. That's all for the Quad Remesher panel. Looks good, so let's remesh. Can't select it. This is the model we'll remesh. Remesh is done. Let's take a look. I painted this area finely with 3, so it's quite detailed. The mesh is fine on the belly, head and chest. It's a bit rough where I painted by position. At 0, it'd be too sharp. 1 is just right for most areas. It ended up with more polygons than expected, 30,000. Wow, that's a lot. But it's fine for a hobby project. Alright, let's go with this. Currently the target is applied, but even so, it's not fully covering the limbs. So from here we'll select half the polygons. It's tricky. About this much? I see some artifacts, so I'll select those too. Oops, I deleted it. The point, is this what it is? Aligning point to 0, copying the layout. Target's firmly in place now, okay? Now what's next? Let's edit UV for painting, using mod's standard UV seam tool. First, create new UV seam map, guide for parts to mod UV seam will make. Oh, sorry, that's it, right? Better before surface copy, yeah? Cutting UV seam pre-surface copy, is this area good? It's a bit spiral shaped, it goes up here, need to go down more. Adding seam, keep cutting away. Alright, I've added UV seams. Let's cut it and unfold. With the rule on, it looks like this. See the red parts? This is relaxed. It worked. The outer part relaxed nicely. Now let's adjust the proportions. Let's see. For this body part, I want a larger UV area. I'm not sure about the details, but too much difference might not be good. What do you think? Well, it's not great, but the UV unwrap is done. Now, let's prepare the materials. I'll create the texture image. Okay. In the ENG file, I'll make a high-res diffuse map. I might use scaled down versions later too. Just thinking ahead. All right, that looks good. Prep for painting is done. We'll start with the diffuse map. I hope to upload a video of this process later. Thanks for watching.